This is John. What do you do it? I have some purple haze ripcord filament here. I'm going to load this into the printer. I managed to print a Thingiverse tube. I'll have that in the link in the description. This is an adapter so that I can use the ripcord filament with my printer. And the printer I have is the Prusa i3 MK2S. Loading the filament. So the purple haze, it's almost like a translucent. So this vase that I'm going to print, it's a honeycomb vase. I'm expecting this to come out really awesome. Is the color clear? Yeah. Yeah, so the filament, it's, I don't know if there's another product that's similar to this. I only own, I think, maybe 20 rolls of filament from different manufacturers. This is the first time I'm printing from ripcord. So it's going to do 5 layers of the bottom, and then it's going to, the vase mode is just going to do the perimeter all the way up. And it's about 116 millimeters tall. I was going to scale it up to maybe 170 millimeters, but with the way it is now, it's a 4-hour print, which means it'll probably be 5 hours. It'll be done by around 6 or 7 p.m. this evening, East Coast time. I don't have my webcam on this, capturing the time lapse. The webcam is connected to Octoprint, so I'm using Octoprint to manage this print. And the printer is rather quiet because I made 2 modifications. One was the Noctua cooling fan, and the other was the feet that Prusa provided online. I was able to print the feet and install them on the bottom of the printer, and that really quieted it down. So already this filament has a really awesome look to it. So I'm going to let this live stream up for a bit, and I'll bring it down shortly. The main thing was I just wanted to capture that, hey, I'm printing this, and it looks like it's going to be a success based on what I'm seeing right now. So the Ripcord logo is here. Oh no. Yeah, this is cool. I can already see through. I can see through the filament. Let's see if I can get it. So with that, if I forget what I have it set to, it might be one layer. I forget, but the fact that I can see the lines through the heat bed through the filament, that's cool. So I'll be doing a DIY project. I have to paint my son's doors in his music studio. So he has closet doors. They're stained from the previous owners, stained like a walnut, and I'm gonna paint them white to match the decor, and then follow the same pattern. It was white, and then a gray bottom with a black stripe. Okay, is that also a Ripcord filament? I'm really digging this color. So I got this filament on Amazon. I'll have a link to the filament in the description below at a later time. And Ripcord, Alan got it to me very quickly. It said it was going to take like a week or so to get here, and he got it to me faster than that. It would have been fine if it took a while, because I wasn't in any position to start using it. Another project I'll be doing, I don't know if I'm going to have time today, but I have to use a router on my son's subwoofer. Yeah, I would like a, I don't know, what size was it? I think it might have been 750. Yeah, I forget what size it is. I think it might be a 0.75 kilogram. And I keep forgetting to install this. This is the protector. I have to post on Thingiverse that I made this. Um, I just got to take the screws off of the fan and install it. And the night that I installed the fan, Chris from Practical Printing was watching, and I had a tough time installing the two rightmost screws on the fan. And I couldn't get them installed, and Chris said that I needed to heat the screws on the soldering iron, and then it worked well. So that was a relief, because I thought I actually had to purchase a tap set or use a reamer to make the hole slightly larger. Yeah, I can see me buying more of his filament for sure. I'll see how this one turns out, but at this point, it looks like I'm going to be really happy with it. It's for my wife. I already printed one vase for her, but that was with Smart Buy green filament. It would have looked so much better if I printed it with this filament. Yeah. I got my CNC machine I still got to work on. It's an older build where it only had one stepper motor for the y-axis, and I think I'm gonna change it to two lead screws. I think the length of it was like 36 inches or something, maybe a little bit bigger. Um, so reason why I want to go with two lead screws is because the one, I can't really guarantee alignment, and when I cut out the box for my son's subwoofer, I cut out the 6 sides. It was not aligned. It was off by the slightest amount, and I attribute that entirely to the y-axis being off. So when the y-axis is off, that means when it cuts along the x-axis, it'll have an oblong pattern. Yeah, I built this one 2007, 2008. There was a whole gap of like 6 years where I didn't use it, and I'm really kicking myself. I should have used the CNC more. I'm kicking myself that I didn't get into the 3D printer sooner. But the work that it's done for me is fine. Just so when I try to do something that's precise, where I need exact right angles, like a subwoofer case, that annoyed me. So I definitely need to fix that. But I want to use this CNC to cut out the parts to do like a Dave Gatton style CNC. Take off on his design and create my own. And I know that the electronics are probably going to cost me around $1,000 or so. And I want to use some extruded aluminum for some rigidity. and I want to build a torsion box for that'll hold the spoiler board. And I just fixed my table saw. My table saw motor took a shit. It was a gift from my friend. It was his grandfather's. It's a Delta table saw, and they're rather expensive. The motor died, so I got a replacement motor for it, and verified that it worked, and happy with that. So I think I'll be able to build everything. Yeah, so right, 9,000 things to do, and I'm employed full time too. So don't have don't have a lot of time for activities. I definitely want to use this printer to make some Christmas ornaments. There's some designs that I saw that actually inspired me. I used to make them when I was a kid on the bandsaw. My dad taught me how to use the bandsaw at a very early age. If you were to do the same thing now, you'd probably get turned into child services for letting kids use dangerous tools. But yeah, I made all kinds of things and then I hand painted them. So I want to take a similar approach with the 3D printer. I figured I could hand paint it with like maybe I'm guessing the testers. I haven't tried any paints except for acrylic. I'm wondering if like a testers or a Tamiya will work well with a PLA. I'm guessing it would. And when I'm talking testers and a Tamiya, I mean their enamels. And we moved recently, so I had a lot of things in storage or in boxes packed up, and I couldn't find a lot of it. And you see over here, I got my electronics parts bins. I finally found them, and then I found two others. So I'm gonna get back into doing some electronics and add that to the channel as well. So that's yet one more thing to add to the list of to-dos. But that's the long game for the channel. I'm I'm a software engineer, but I went to school for electrical engineering. And some of those parts I bought when, they're still good, but I don't know about the capacitors, but the resistors and transistors, I bought them when I was working at McDonald's, my first job in high school. I'd go to Radio Shack and get some of the parts, and then I started getting stuff mail order. No online at that time, so it was like looking in what was it, Popular Electronics, and there was another magazine I had for electronics, and it wasn't Mouser. There was another one that provided JDR, I think. JDR Electro Micro Devices, if I remember. Or JDR Micro Devices. They were one of the suppliers that I dealt with. Oh, that would be sweet. You gotta make an entire video of that. That would be so awesome, the command center. Base the Foxtrot over. Yeah, I want to get my FCC license too. That's something I should have got right away, right out of bed, Drexel. Because I would like to get a ham radio. My friend has one. He's always using it. He works for this place in Delaware that sells ham radios. He's got one that was like $8,000 or something. That's crazy. Alright, so we got the second layer done. I'm guessing we're going to work on the third layer because I think there's 5 total that it's going to print. Yeah, we're working on the third. Alright, I'm going to walk away. Yeah, definitely make a video of that. I'm going to walk away. I got to get Sawhorses ready so I can get the doors out there, and I'm going to start a new live stream shortly of me painting the doors for his music studio. Alright, so thanks for watching. The live stream will be up, and like I said, I'm going to start a new live stream shortly. I'm recording this print with time-lapse, so I'll add that to a new video and then do a summary kind of like Jeffrey Wright does. Alright, thanks bud.